Now I'm getting it. Slowly, slowly. Catchy monkey. One of the charges they're apparently attempting to substitute for the original indictable charge, which needed the warrant, which they had 10 weeks to get and didn't bother. I just thought they'd show up in my door mob handed. One of the charges involves not being allowed to broadcast on social media. Which handily is one of the examples which does not need an arrest warrant, one of the exemptions which does not need an arrest warrant. Also, I have mentioned this before, I think. And then we had the judge at Crown Court saying, please don't broadcast this case. Please don't say that court officers had helped you. And you know they've got to be hurting when a Crown Court judge says that, because I wasn't told, I was asked. Quite specifically, the word please is a request, not a demand or an order. So the CPS have obviously cooked up this plan to get me into magistrates' court, who, by the way, are not allowed to help you. Did I mention that? I've cooked up this plan to get me into magistrates' court. And whatever else happens, obviously try and fabricate some sort of banning order on me broadcasting. I would say I didn't know why I didn't see it, but there's been a lot going on recently. So what are we looking at here, Chief Constable Alec Wood? We're looking at kidnapping, assault, threatening behaviour, unlawful arrest times 4, I think. Misconduct in public office, conspiracy to pervert the course of justice by the CPS because they're trying to cover up an unlawful arrest. God, quite a lot more, I should think. Condoning fraud committed by HDC employees for 25 years from 1984 until 2009. Theft from the public purse. But the truth's out already, isn't it, guys? That's why I've got a Crown Court judge asking me not to broadcast. Because there's some people out there in the shadows who actually want to do something about this, isn't there? And still you carry on regardless, breaking every fucking law in the book. That's why the channel got hacked last week, wasn't it? That's why the most popular videos were taken off to slash the views. Because you are desperately trying to do anything to slow this down. But they're all back. And the channel is well above 2,500 views a day again, already. In less than a week. I mean, we knew you were desperate, guys, but I seriously didn't think you'd go to these fucking measures. You've practically thrown the whole Crown Court into contempt. So come on out, Chief Constable Alec Wood. If you're a man, if you've got a spine, come and have a meeting with me. Let's talk about some of this shit, because you've been fucking hiding behind your secretary so far. Just like Chief Constable Simon Parr did. Come on out. What have you got to... If you've done nothing wrong, you'll have nothing to fear, will you? That's what you tell us. Unless, of course, you go for a voluntary interview and you step into a marked police van with uniformed officers present and have therefore been arrested even though they don't say so. Or inform you of such. That might be one time you've got something to fear. When the police just make the fucking law up as they go along. Still no answer from Inspector Lovatt, interestingly. She seems to have gone a bit quiet, despite her final report is definitely being compiled, apparently. You've had since last November. Well, no, you haven't had since last November. But you've had a long time. I mean, let's face it. after Inspector Paul Rogerson. I mean, this is now nearly June, to be honest. It's kind of past the middle of May. So from November, December, January, February, March, April, May. God, so you've had 6 months to explain how an arrest number magically appeared on a summons when I hadn't been arrested. You've had 6 months to explain that, nearly. Mind you, Cambridge Police had 10 weeks to get a warrant. They couldn't fucking manage that either. Do you know why they couldn't manage it? Because they had no fucking evidence to get a fucking warrant. Because no judge in a fucking sane, responsible mind would ever have signed a fucking warrant. Because you had no fucking evidence. Because you make shit up as you go along. Because you're all a bunch of fucking liars. No, please do. Someone come and explain this to me. Chief Constable Alec Wood, please, come out your office and meet a member of the public. Truth's out, boys. We'll see what we'll see.